Folks, it's time for Golf Basics for Total Newbies. If you have no clue about golf and wondered what the heck it's all about, this video is for you. Today we're going to talk about the sand wedge. Let's do it. The sand wedge is one of the most versatile golf clubs in a golfer's bag. This is an ancient one. This is an old Northwestern, this might be from the 70s, I think, a Northwestern shot saver. And to instill confidence, it says registered. Wow. But as you can see, it says SW on the back. A lot of times you'll see an S, meaning sand wedge, obviously. But and even more common these days, they just put the number of degrees of loft. And the loft is the number of degrees from vertical that the face angle is situated. So the standard old school sand wedge, which this would qualify as old school, was usually 56 degrees. And it's used, that's right, believe it or not, to get out of the sand. Why? Why don't you just use, this is the pitching wedge we looked at last time. Why not just use this club? Well, the bottom of the sand wedge is designed to skim through the sand. So it has a more pronounced flange here, which allows it to essentially, rather than dig into the sand, it sort of bounces. It skims off the, it takes a cut of sand. And what actually happens when a golfer hits a ball out of the sand, they're actually cutting beneath the ball through the sand, and it throws the entire parcel of sand and ball in the air. That's when you see that sand flying. The ball is actually leaving on a cushion of sand. The other thing is, it's great for ice cream. If you've come home and you didn't do the dishes, and there's no available big spoons, you don't even need to put the ice cream in a bowl. Just take your sand wedge, use your shoulder for leverage, take that ice cream, dig it right in there, man. Look at look at the scoop of rocky road you could get with that thing right there. The other thing is, because of its large face, it has a pretty wide face as compared to most irons. You could use this at a party to hold your drink, right? Because let's face it, most people are boring. And to listen to interminable stories at some holiday party about what stocks they bought or how their kid is doing in college back east, it'll make your head explode. So rather than get your hand all cramped up around a drink listening to some bore, just put it on right there. It's like a little plate. The other good thing about a sand wedge, because it's so heavy and has that wide face, it's a great back scratcher. Got to wait on the tee. Playing golf in Los Angeles, for example, 500 people backed up on the tee. Another great thing the sand wedge is good for, because it's so heavy and it's short, you can get a lot of leverage on it. If you have a bad shot with this thing, you can let it fly. I mean, it will fly whoo, helicopter style. Whoo. Golf makes you crazy. Here's one thing that the sand wedge is good for, because it has a nice broad base. If you're at a party, this will prop it up. This will prop up your head. You know, like when your uncle is rambling on and on. He's had like 7 vodkas. He's rambling on and on, telling some story you've heard 50 times since you were 6 years old. Put your sand wedge under your chin. It'll hold your whole head up. People that are very advanced in this, they also know how to tape, scotch tape to their eyelids. Keep their eyelids open. You can get through any family event with a sand wedge and some scotch tape. And you know, when you go to the doctor and you're getting glasses and they say cover one eye, you don't have to do like everybody else, like make some nerd move like this. Just take your sand wedge with you. A, E, C, D. And now the other eye. F, A, D, C. Folks, that is some very, very basic information about the sand wedge. We're going to look at some of those other clubs later, but hopefully you've learned a little bit about what this club does and why it looks so funny. Till next time, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.